Good afternoon and welcome to Blindformers. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and this is the co-host, Kream the Cat, who is sleeping all over the Kream, why do you do these things? You know, I give you plenty of sleeping spots, you big orange lug. Yeah, you're one orange brain cell. You were just like, oh yeah, the stage is the place to sleep, right? No, the sleeping spot is the place to sleep. You silly cat. Okay, so today's video, if you don't know what Blindformers is a video series I developed to assist the blind and the visually impaired and those individuals with sight who dislike reading those instruction manuals to have a verbal instructional video to assist you. That way, everybody, no matter the visual acuity, can enjoy Transformers the same if they get stuck and they need some help. I describe things verbally. I try my best to ensure that if you do this blindfolded, or if you are blind, then you shouldn't have any problems transforming the Transformer. And if you want to help me raise awareness for the blind and visually impaired through alternative means and methods, including but not limited to teaching you how to transform Transformers, then please go below, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And also, leave me some comments. What is your favorite Sideswipe mold? Let me know in the comments below, because there's a lot of Sideswipes out there, so what's your favorite? All right. So, without further ado, me and Kream here are going to try and transform this guy. If Kream won't get in the way too much, will you? Will you get in the way? Yeah, he's going to get in the way. So first off, what I want you to do when it comes to transforming him, Sideswipe here, Gamerverse Sideswipe, is to fold his hands into his forearms. That's a pretty easy move to make. And then we're going to then take his front area, his chest piece, and we're going to fold it out. And we're going to take his backpack, and we're going to fold it out. So we got like this long bit coming on each side. And this is going to give you the general shape of the car. And we're going to also pull back on his back itself. And that will allow us to fold his head into this gappy area. And then it kind of closes back. That joint doesn't fold back too far because all it's needed to do is fold back far enough for the head to fold in behind the back. And then we can come over here to the arms. And we're going to pull each of these arms out all the way. And we got each of the arms pulled out. Cool. We're going to come over here to the pauldrons, and we're going to disconnect the pauldrons from the wheels, allow the wheels on his shoulders to spin freely. And now we're going to do a very weird thing. This is one of the weirder moments in Transformers, okay? You come across transformations occasionally that are just a little weird, and they take a minute to figure out. And this is one of them. So when we connect the arms together, because just like Hotrod or Rodimus, there's like these arm bar hinges. Yeah, arm bar hinges in the center, and you got to connect them together. And then on the sides where the forearms are, make sure you rotate the arm so that this tab, there's a flat side to the forearm that doesn't have much sculpt on it or texture, and there's a tab there. You want to make sure that tab is facing outwards. We're going to do it on this other side, and the tab's already facing outwards there. And that is nice, okay? So we've gotten those two things taken care of. They don't really do anything but sit there for now. There's no way to lock them in, sadly enough, but they just rest there for now. Now we come over here to the chest piece, and this is where we're doing another interesting thing. So this is the interesting thing. So we got to detach the arms from themselves just barely, not much, just a little bit, because this guy is actually, if you disconnect the chest piece from its moorings, you can see that it's on this really thin bar hinge, and that thin bar hinge will allow us to get between some gaps on these arms, and this will allow the bar hinge. So we'll go ahead and close the pauldrons because they're just going to get in the way right now. And then we have these little doohickey things on either side of the arm. We're just going to not mess with those right now. I'm going to pull this guy up and fold the pauldrons out further, because this is a bit tricky. Okay, so we got to attach the lower attachment section for the arms, leave the upper one open, and then we're going to pull this bit up and around. I'm going to kind of squeeze it just a bit, okay? All right, because we got to just get it around. There it goes. It's over and around. Now we're going to come inside here, and we're going to finish attaching the arms together. And they are going to act as kind of a holder to really help keep this front of the car stationary. And then we can rotate the pauldrons on either side, and we're going to get little bumpers. They're going to turn into little bumpers. It's kind of fun. Okay, we're just going to make sure those are attached, and And the chest piece is there, solid. Okay, are you guys solid? Because sometimes some of these attachments come unattached while you're in the middle of doing things because just because of how wonky this bit is right here to get the hood over, or the chest piece over those wheels. It's a bit weird, but it works. And when it does come together, it comes together quite nice, except whenever I screw up by unplugging one of those arms by accident. Now, come over here to the backpack, and there's a hinge, and we're going to pull out a siege pack, and we're just going to let it sit up straight. And it's right there above where the head goes. It's just a little piece. Now, where the head is, that's a bit annoying because you think that that's just not going to work right. But trust me, that is going to work right. We just got to get to it. So I know it looks like there's a big gap there. Yeah, it's sitting up pretty far. Don't worry about it. All right, we're going to come around here to the front, and we've got these wheels that are going to be the front of the car because we were just working on the back of the car. Yeah, he's one of those Transformers that has the arms become the back of the car. They happen sometimes. So coming around here to the front where the legs are, and let's get started with transforming these legs. So go ahead and pull down the feet first. Then on the inside of the legs, we've got these pieces that can rotate, and there's somewhere in here. Oh, right. Now before we do that, let's go ahead and rotate the legs 180 degrees at the hip, because that's an important transformation step. We don't need, we should never forget. Coming in here, feeling around on behind the leg, you get this panel that you can pull out. And on the other side, you get another panel that you can pull out. Very, very reminiscent of Siege Sideswipe, that's for sure. It's like this guy is reminiscent of Siege Sideswipe if they molded him with 86 Hotrod and maybe a dash of Sunstreaker. So let's go ahead and collapse these legs down. And they collapse down pretty easily. But first off, we've got to find, there is a piece, like in Siege Barricade or the or Earthrise Prowl and Sideswipe and Smokescreen and Barricade, there's this piece that folds around on the inside of the leg. And we're just going to fold that piece out so that we can have, we can get access to it. And if you feel on it, you'll find that on one of them, there is actually a peg. It's a tiny peg. It's a tiny one, but it's there. There it is. Yeah, it's a little bitty peg. And what that does is just going to add a little bit of stabilization to the inside of this. We just got to make sure we match the peg with the peg hole. And the peg hole's so small, it can be difficult for your fingers to find. But it's there, trust me. All right. And once we get those two situated, we can then collapse these legs. So let's go ahead and get those two situated because they're going to just kind of be the centerpiece. Okay. Let's go ahead and collapse these legs. Oh, nuts. I accidentally folded that piece back because it folds very easily. Let's collapse the legs. Okay, first leg collapse. Good. It worked. Okay, let's just make sure that's in there. Good. All right, we're collapsing it at the knee because when we folded this panel open, we revealed all of this hollow area on the inside of the lower leg, and that's going to allow the thigh to rest in there. And it's just going to rotate around, and we're just going to snap it into place, okay? So we're rotating it around. Something's getting caught. Something's getting caught. Come on, stop getting caught on things. Yeah, stop getting caught on things, you silly legs. Just get in there and lock yourself in. Thank you. Nothing but back talk from this side swipe. Okay. All right. And there we go. And somehow, I don't know how it happened, but it's definitely a weird one. The arms got switched around. How did that happen? I specifically put the arms with the siege peg facing out in the flat end, but now there's sculpt work there. What is going on here? Is that the right side, or did I screw? No. This side's the right side. What about this one? Are you right too? You are. Okay, so I was just a blind people problem. I did do it right. I just didn't realize. Okay, so we're gonna recollapse this leg down into its moorings. Okay, come on now, Mr. Leg. Collapse into the thigh. Good job. Now we've got these weird little wiggly bits, and they both are going to fold down. And those inside bits that we talked about earlier are going to fold down, and we've just got to rotate them around until those hinges line up, and they did, and they've connected themselves. Now let's go ahead and collapse these panels down on each side. Make sure that's collapsed and that's collapsed. Panel number one. There you go. That's a good panel number one. Panel number two. There it goes. Panel number two is collapsed down onto the thighs. Good. Panel number one and panel number two are just working amazingly well today. Oh, good job, panels. Okay, next step is we got this side pit, the side armor we talked about in the robot review. Now it's going to rotate around, and if you feel on the inside of the side armor, you will find there is a small rectangular peg hole. And if you feel on the bit of the arm that's sticking out, which you can't really feel here because of how everything works, but there is a Seige, not a Seige peg, there is a rectangular peg hanging out in there. So we're just going to rotate this arm around, and we're going to put it on that peg. Okay, we're just going to, this is a blind moment where you're going to, even as a seeing person, be a moment of blindness because you won't be able to see how that peg connects. You just have to hope and pray you lined it up correctly. Now this side, are you correct too? Are you correct too? Or are you going to give me flack? Going to give me flack, Mr. Arm? You are, because I don't feel a peg on you. Where's your peg? Where's your peg? You don't have one. And it's because your peg's on the other side, because somehow this arm got twisted around. Come here, get your peg out there. Get your peg out there. I need your peg. All right, now we got that thing lined up correctly, and screwing up the legs again, because, you know, why not? Let's rotate this side panel around, and we'll lock it into that peg. And let's make sure we got those two sides correctly. There it goes. We lock those pegs in on the sides. That one didn't lock in. Come on. Come on. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it, and I am just showing you all the wrong ways first before I find the right way. Yeah, that's all it is. You're screwing up something. All you're doing is showing yourself the wrong ways. You're learning. Now let's go ahead and try and get that to flatten out. There it goes. We got that peg sticking out there. We got those lined up correctly on either side. No gaps, no gaps, no whammies. For some reason, that wheel's sticking out at an odd angle. That's not right. What happened? Why are you all flustered and gustered there? What did you do? What did you do? How are you broken? That wheel is sticking out at a weird angle. Rotate this piece around. Let's get this piece disconnected here. Okay, and rotate that around over there. See, yeah, this transformation's fun, but it's definitely not 86 prime. Oh, somehow that peg got mixed up again. Let's rotate that around. Slip that in there. Get these wheels to be straightened. Why aren't you straightened over there, wheel? You're supposed to be correctly aligned with the rest of this machine, but that one wheel is just not correctly aligned. Is it better now? Are you better now? Huh? Yeah, you are? Good, because we're finishing. Okay, let's collapse the leg back down. There we go. Now let's rotate this piece around. And make sure that piece is snapped into place correctly. There we go. There we go. That piece is getting in there. Looking really good. All right. I think we got it. A little bit. A little bit. We could have done it a little bit better, I think. Let's see. Just a slight bit of wobbliness and wonkiness going on with these connections around here on the back. But we just, double checking things, going back through, making sure we got this correctly connected. And sure enough, we do not, because something's still wrong. Something is still up with this other arm. But it's okay. I think I got it figured out now, right? Right? Nothing's grinding? Nothing's grinding anymore? No, you just disconnected everything.
Ravel, Inomus, recorded 1966. Moving on.
I don't know what that was about. Let's get these guys connected in the back. Okay, I think I got it as good as possible right now. You know the general gist of how this is supposed to transform now. And now let's finish up with the accessories and attaching the accessories. The flat of the bottom of the vehicle is flat. Nice. Okay, coming over here to the accessories. We have this thing that I can't figure out what to do with in robot mode, but it can attach to that little peg that we talked about earlier in the transformation on the back, and then you close that bit down, and it's going to lock down all of this back paneling area and make it kind of more of a smooth, sleek, nuts. I unclasped it. And let's pull that bit back up. Let's attach this, and we're going to rotate this back down, and we're going to rotate this back down, and it's supposed to kind of halfway snap into place, right? Right, I think so. If not, it just rests there. And if it rests there, cool, because it is nice. It does look cool. It's just that you are not attaching correctly. What is up with you? Never attaching right. Nothing on this guy attaches right sometimes. Up, there it goes. Finally, I got that one panel to attach to the arm like it's supposed to. Okay, now this piece can come down, and hopefully, if everything's done right, it will actually, yeah, it will peg into those side vehicle bits, the sides of the vehicle. There it is. Pegs in strong, makes a solid connection. No gaps on the front. Oh, this is nice. Okay, and then we finally come around here to this, to his gun. And we're going to feel on the top of the vehicle mode and find there's a little slit in there. And this little bit of the gun is supposed to slide into that, right? Is it that slit? No. Let's see. Maybe it's there. Is it there? No. Okay, where is it up here that we're supposed to plug you in at? You're supposed to plug in somewhere. I know it. Maybe it's there. Maybe it's there, and maybe I'm just messing it up. Or maybe it's Maybelline. Let's see. Nope. Where is that peg? Is that, are you it? No. Hey, what about if I just plug that? No. It's got. Oh, wait. Maybe that's the peg. Maybe that's the peg. I wish it was a Seige peg because it would be easier. There it is. I found it. It's located on the top of the vehicle mode. So if you feel where the back area connected with that Seige peg, you just drag your finger up a bit more. You'll feel a big gap area where a couple of things attach, but just behind that gap, so between those 2 points is another, barely can see it. I can barely feel it with my fingertips, but it's there, peg for this. It's there, just feel around a bit. And of course, you know, even though you just saw me find it once, there it is, I found it a second time. And that is Sideswipe. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope that I was able to assist you today in transforming your Sideswipe. It is a unique transformation, and my final grade for this transformation is going to be an 8 out of 10. I think it's very unique. It's just, the clearances are a little tight on this thing, and 8 out of 10 is pretty good, I think, for this guy. It's, could have been a little more. Could have been a little more, I think. But, you know, really dwelling on it now, no, I was wrong. It's 9 out of 10. I did enjoy this transformation. It was reminiscent of Seige Sideswipe and a few other Transformers like 86 Hotrod and 86 Rodimus, or Kingdom Rodimus that I've come across in the past. It seems like they just took information that they've learned from prior transformations and prior Transformers and really applied it to this one, which made it a good transformation in my opinion. This is a fun transformation. Just those clearances are a little weird, and getting all those tabs to be correct can be a hassle, as you just observed. But it can be done, especially since, you know, I did it. So, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I've been Blind Prime, and this thing that sleeps has been Kream the Cat. Do you have any more you wish to say to the audience, Kream? Do you have anything to add? No? Sleep. He adds sleep to the equation. That's what he adds. Till next Prime. Bye-bye for now.